This is why the US cannot stop the war with Iran, even though it really wants to. It's if you can tell from Trump's statements, he keeps on saying, mission accomplished, we've destroyed everything that we want to destroy, there's no more target. Many countries have said that they've reached on behalf of the US to Iran to say, let's do a ceasefire, but Iran keeps on saying nope, because it knows that a ceasefire just means we'll just stop and then restart once we fill our ammunition back. And every day that the US says there's no more launchers, there's no more missiles and drones keep on targeting US bases in the Gulf areas and in Israel. Say Trump wants to stop this war. He'll declare victory for the 100th time and stop bombing. The problem is that Iran will still control who passes through the Strait of Hormuz, which is where 20% of global oil passes. And therefore, if Iran continues to control the Strait of Hormuz, oil will reach $150 at least. There's going to be a global recession, but with high inflation because oil prices are up, and food prices will go up because 25% of fertilizers also pass through the Strait of Hormuz. And it's the crop season right now. They need the fertilizers right now. So that's going to have a huge impact, not just on oil, but on food. So even if the US stops bombing Iran and Iran stops bombing the US bases, they still control the Strait of Hormuz, and therefore they're going to do an economic warfare on the US by having a global recession impacting the US economy, high oil, high food prices. In a way, they'll be sanctioning the US in a similar way that the US has sanctioned Iran for 47 years. Also, if the US cannot stop Iran from controlling the Strait of Hormuz, that destroys the image of the US empire as this hegemon that has this super military that can't even close 35 kilometers wide of the Strait of Hormuz. The situation is so bad that the US is begging NATO to help out, and even asking China to help out, even after they have attacked their NATO allies and have attacked China through tariffs, have said that we're going to take Greenland. The issue is that even though Trump says that they've destroyed the Air Force of Iran and the Navy of Iran, it's not the Air Force or the Navy that is causing no passage through the Strait of Iran, and never thought of its Navy or its Air Force as a strategic asset. It uses different methods to project power. And its Air Force is kind of replaced by its missile capability and its drones, which are very cheaply produced. They cost as low as $5,000 for one of those drones. Now, they can attack any ship that passes that they don't want it to pass. And if they attack the ships, that means the insurance companies will not insure the passage through the Strait of Hormuz. And if there's no insurance, then no ship will pass. And its navy, its naval power of Iran isn't through its big ships, it's through these small speedboats that can easily go to a ship and attack it. It's through these water drones that they can control very easily, produced very quick, that can destroy ships. And it's also through the missiles that they have and the drones that they can cheaply produce. And so the only country that can stop the Strait of Hormuz being closed is Iran itself.